One Georgetown law professor who called the idea legally nuts.
Habeas corpus is the legal principle that lets people who believe they are unlawfully detained or imprisoned challenge it in court and petition for release. Several sources tell CNN the president himself is involved in these discussions to suspend habeas corpus. We have CNN chief legal affairs correspondent Paula Reid with us now. Paula, talk to us a little bit about what is being considered here and how much latitude the Trump administration has.
It's not clear that they actually can do this. Legal scholars agree that, especially over the past several decades, the courts have been clear that only Congress can suspend habeas, but that didn't stop Stephen Miller from saying this on the White House North Lawn last week. Let's take a listen.
Well, the Constitution is clear, and that, of course, is the supreme law of the land, that the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus can be suspended in a time of invasion. So I would say that's an option we're actively looking at. Look, a lot of it depends on whether the courts do the right thing or not.
Okay, so Stephen left out a few key parts of what the Constitution said, and the fact that the founders were really focused on trying to limit any suspension of habeas. It's really the most egregious example. So wartime, invasion, it has been suspended, but we're talking about the Civil War, World War II. And here, Miller is trying to argue, as they have before, that what's happening with immigration in this country is an invasion, but that is not going to cut it here. You're not going to be able to cut the courts out of the process and not give people the opportunity to appear before a judge. Now, the goal here, though, the long-term goal, appears to really be to try to undercut the power of the judiciary. We've seen this long simmering tension between the executive and the judiciary branch, and there's this sort of veiled threat that he keeps lifting, which is he's saying, look, if the courts don't do what we think they should do, this will be what we will have to pursue.
Paul